0907 username. I believe they got closer than just friends around this time if they dated. Closer than just friends around this time if they dated. If that was her, and if that was her username. These DMs were on his old TikTok burner account, Fetch Me Their Souls. Excuse me? His TikTok burner account was called Fetch Me Their Souls, which he later changed to... Oh, this is twisted.
I mentioned mature of the screen we're together. He sent me a screenshot of his DMs.
So apparently this is even a screenshot that she'd been sent of like, I guess people are following him, or I don't know, like, is this his DMs?
His friends are right there, and a girl that he took to prom, also a relative of one of his friends. And for those who don't know what she's talking about, the 0907 account is believed to have belonged to Celeste Rivas Hernandez before she switched to Ye Woohoo. In January of 2024, someone comments on one of David's videos saying, "Please adopt me, I need it," to which he responds back, "Should we?" and tags 0907. In February of 2024, someone tags 0907 on one of David's videos saying that this is his girlfriend. And let's not forget that Celeste was born on 0907, September 7th. This ex/ex friend of David's goes on that in June or July of 2023, she again asked David for a screenshot of his TikTok DMs because she was jealous. He sends them to her, and that is when she notices the 0907 account. He explains who everyone in the DMs are, but he does not provide an explanation as to who 0907 is. She believes this is around the time that David and Celeste started getting close, and they were communicating on his old burner account, Fetch Me Their Souls, which he ended up changing to Grade A Trey before deleting the account altogether in early 2024. She says that she refers to...
So he changed the name to Grade A Trey. Let me just see if there's more to this that I haven't seen.
Work is a pain in the ass. My files are in this app. I check in this app. Projects in that app.
Oh, wow. You really working your ass off, can you?
As he changed it to Grade A Trey before deleting it early 2024. He also got a new number early 2024 around March or April too. Interesting how allegedly there was the security guard on Celeste in February 2024. Might want to change that number. It says, I had a comment that was spread around saying how we dated, and the reason why it's in quotes is because he was touring in Europe for the most of it. We would call, but the only time I spoke to him in person was when I was taken behind the gates by a staff member after his June 28th, 2023 Dallas concert. Correct me if I'm wrong, day. 27th. Anyone who was there might remember me. But I handed him a art that I made when we first met around August or September of 2022, and he pretended not to know me and asked for my name. Even my dad, who attended with me, was confused. I was driven 2 or 3 hours to go to Dallas just to see his concert, and I was on the guest list last minute because my mum accidentally got a balcony ticket. However, he especially lied to people in his Discord when I pop and chat with them because he told me that they dox people, etc. And he seemed to have a very caring and strong values. Even
Somebody was trying to get my attention. Somebody was trying to get my attention with that engagement. You was waiting for your kiss. Happy Monday, everybody. I see your hearts, and I raise you too. Thank you. Yeah, we over here on David and Celeste. I think he got a girlfriend dropping screenshots and all that. We had to find something to watch, okay? I forgot that we was trying to thug it out for the rest of the 2025 year. We ain't got but a few days left, so I'm gonna thug it out tomorrow, which is the 30th, and then Wednesday will be the 31st, and then that's New Year's Day. So yeah, we're gonna thug it out for the rest of the year. Happy Monday. I know we got corporate. He has a video that's gonna be dropping, or he a live stream that's gonna be dropping. I believe it's at 8 o'clock, but I think he is Central. Chicago is Central Standard Time, right? And we over here Eastern. So we're about an hour behind him, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. So we was just over there making use of our time with Trap Laura Ross. He is not letting up on David and Celeste. and I appreciate him for it. And so it was a girlfriend talking. Um, you know, she said something about something. Look, I'm like, she said something about something, and so we just listening to her
One girl in
until I got
Salva,
popcorn.
he told me was 15. People prey on her a ton, and he tried to protect her a lot. The second time I saw him was at LAX in January of 2024. What? That one part really kind of killed me, talking about he invited you to the show to give you heart, and he pretended not to know you. That's insane. Either maybe he didn't know you and you got carried away, or this guy is
to dating David in quotes to go see him at this concert and up and say hi to him February of 2024, which is when we know he was communicating with Celeste. She says that it was extremely coincidental. She saw him at the airport. She sent him a text asking if he was at LAX, to which he responded yes. She then
let me zoom into that.
texted him and asked if she could come up and say hi, which is when we know he was communicating with Celeste. She said that it was extremely coincidental. She saw him at the airport. She sent him a text asking if he was at LAX, to which he responded yes.
Okay, that doesn't work. Okay. I thought if I did the Magpie's last spot video, I was playing, but it does not work. He said, yeah, LMFAO, bro, I'm near you. You walked right in front of me. I was like, what the F? I'm literally right by where you're at. No way. There's a flight to Austin right here, LMAO.
Then texted him and asked if she could come up and say hi to him, and he completely ignored her.
Weird. Well, no way, KK, that's me. Can I say hi or should I not bother? Help, that's cray.
She said she ended up confronting him about this at a later date over the phone, to which he apologized and said that he was with.
Okay. They said that was when I was taken behind the gates by a staff member. He pretended, we already saw this, right? I drove 2 or 3 hours to go to Dallas from LAX, January 24. He coincidentally turned directly in front of me. He didn't know I was there. Or any theories happened, and it felt like something only happens in a movie. I texted him, asked him if he's at LAX. He replied saying yes and whatnot. When I asked if I could say hi, and he didn't reply. I confronted him later on. He apologized and said he was listening to a brand new album and gets distracted easily. This guy's weird.
Listening to a band's new album, and he had gotten distracted. She also recalls 2 other strange incidents with David that happened over the phone. She said that in October of 2023, she reached out to David on Snapchat because she was in a depressive state over the fact that her friend had passed away. And David responded back, I'm a realist, so this might not align with your opinions, but basically told her that she should just be comfortable with her depression because other people have it worse than her, and she shouldn't be grieving her friend who had passed away a few months prior anymore. It's a recurring pattern here where
that's twisted. So he was saying that you shouldn't even be grieving your friend that passed away. You should get over it. I also confronted him because on Snapchat I opened up that I felt depressed again in or around October 2023. He replied saying along the lines of, I'm a realist, so this might not align with your opinions. Then said I was just comfortable in my own depression. People have it worse. I shouldn't be grieving my friend anymore who committed June 30th, 2023. He broke up with me a few weeks later. I was in a depressive episode 100% from feeling like I was losing the 2 most caring people I knew. Before anyone says that I was wrong, it was wrong of him too. I think reality hit him for how love bomby we were, etc. When someone close to me passed, when I confronted him about this along with the LAX thing, he apologized a few times and told me it was probably when he was in a depressive episode. Below I'll attach screenshots that's not to be used for speculation, but rather help organize timelines, etc. I don't think investigators will want information from me. It's pretty lackluster considering I was not that close with him, as he was allegedly close with Celeste.
Where David seems to be passing away, be detached and unbothered by death in general, and given his obsession with
him being detached and unbothered by death, like they're saying he had a dead minor in his car, and then he's about like, oh, you shouldn't be mourning this person that passed away that's close to you. Like, bro, I feel like you should be mourning this person that passed away, and then
I still don't understand the context of whoever this person is. Allegedly supposed to be like an ex-girlfriend. And what she said, how old was she when they met? How old was he when she met him? Or ma'am, if you ain't got nothing to say, In regards to that, to Celeste, please keep your comments to yourself. I'm not interested. And it's been 3 months since we heard about, since we discovered Celeste. So you trying to come out now all of a sudden? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not interested in your story. You like your trap. Lord Ross is talking about it because, quite honestly, I'm not interested. Screenshot from somebody else. DMs from over here. All this outlining, all this recap from somebody over here on TikTok. And then Trap Lord Ross is over here trying to read it out loud. Because the dude was like, well, I ain't finna read it, but y'all can. So he done paused it and he got the magnifying glass on. Put him on the big screen because he does have the magnifying glass going. Because whoever channel he's getting this information from, they weren't reading it. They just screenshotted it, put it on the green screen, and just ran through it. Okay. And so this is Trap Lord Ross over here pausing and reading. Which, of course, I don't have no problem with. I don't finna let him finish. I'm going to get back to me. I be forgetting that. And we got copyright last night, which threw me for a loop because I'm so confused. I'm like, how, when I didn't even play Armand, I didn't even play the video. The video was on mute. So I was trying to figure out, how was it copyrighted when there was no music playing? I'm like, wait, what? And don't get me started over there in Belarus, because we was just over there. We was just over there in Belarus, Russia. Go ask Adrian. Go ask Adrian from Coffee House Crime. Was we not just over there in Belarus last week? Because you know he dropped 2 times. I get confused because I be late. So it technically could have been his week prior from that. But we was just over there in Belarus with that, what kind of trafficking it was? And that scam that they have going on, trying to get people to, where he had that little girl flying to? Thailand. And then had her over there in, cause she was from Belarus. Russia, obviously that wasn't good enough for her. She wanted to be in lights, camera, and action. And ended up not, where did they end up at? It wasn't Belarus. She was from Belarus. Tricked her to go to Thailand and then ended up where? Is it somewhere to be? I can't think of it. Child, that's gonna look. That's gonna get on my nerves. Let me go find it. Let me find it real quick. Let me go to Adrian. We was just over there. me get to him. Stop. Just get the plan. When I tell you I fell asleep on it, I don't know what happened at the end of it, now that I think about it. But tricked her to go to Thailand. And then I don't know how she didn't catch on to the scam. Is this on mute? I don't know how she didn't catch on to the scam. Hold on, just a second. But still ended up getting on the plane. Hold on. Vera, Right. Hold on. Child, she thought it was a dream job in Thailand. And then somehow, I don't know, Myanmar. Yeah. Myanmar. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, let me see. I'm scrolling through the transcript, y'all, because that's so much easier than trying to run through that. Okay, HelloFresh. Yeah, he was cooking some stuff. And then he just moved. Hold on. Let me see. This is so much better. Bangkok. Hold on. Oh, that might have been Bangkok. What did I say? The P? Across the border in the Myanmar. Oh, that's what it was. It was Myanmar. Give me a second. Let me see. I returned the Lord to Thailand. And then Myanmar was actually a trap from the beginning. Okay, yep. They to Thailand, and then it was Myanmar. But she was from Belarus. Charlie, let me tell you how I got to that train of thought. Goodness gracious. We was watching a YouTube short with Armand Wiggins last night. I don't know how I ended up on my timeline. It was from a year ago. Outfit. Ooh. I'm talking about skin. He had some music playing in the background, but we wasn't even playing the music. It was on mute. I'm like, how y'all copyrighting me and the music wasn't even playing? Over there in Belarus. It was like, you know, how they had did that Tory Lane music. Some areas that, you know, is blocked or something like that. I'm like, I ain't played no music. We was just looking at the. Let me let him finish. He ain't got but a few minutes. Go.
You used to watch gore and execution videos.
Yeah, we know. We already heard this. That's what I don't understand. Why is she talking? This is one of David's ex-girlfriends, and I apologize that I had logged in onto my laptop and then I had logged in onto my phone. Typically, I usually log in over here first and then I log in onto my computer. But I was trying to switch it up, and so I had started watching Trap Lord Ross, and at the beginning of the video, he had said something about the little girlfriend. This is a video, and then she was talking. Because she had said something about how old she was. Let me...
Video with you guys. I touched on it in a previous video that I dropped today. I said I would be back and do an update breaking this
Hurry
down,
up.
and here it is. And I've been itching to break this whole thing down myself, so let's get into it.
Hey guys, so an ex-friend slash ex-girlfriend of David's who met him in August or September of 2022 has spoken out about her friendship slash relationship with David. And in my opinion, what she said kind of highlights the fact that David is not only manipulative, but also very intentional. Some of what she said also showcases this split personality thing that David seems to have.
None of this has anything to do with Celeste. This chick is talking about send me screenshots of your, was it TikTok DM, Instagram DM? Like, how insecure of you that you gotta tell them to send you a screenshot of your inbox? I need to figure out how old she was.
A lot of people seem to look at David's posts in the past and think that he's so immature, so childlike, but I feel like this is all an act. He's a lot smarter. He's way more deliberate than a lot of people are giving him credit for. And I feel
Oh,
like
that
his
white cheddar
persona
got all
he
in my
put out
teeth.
publicly was to possibly attract younger fans. She also
Looking for an easier
Come on with the ads.
that LLC
It just threw me for a loop because I'm like, ma'am, why are you
Now, that's a
talking?
really interesting insight, and I want to share a personal story that relates to this because, as they just said, they said that David's got this weird childlike.
He gonna be talking about somebody friend said that he had met him, ran into him a couple times or whatever, and then every time he met him or ran into him, he was, behaving more and more immature. That's his personal story. We had already heard it. Get
the
to
fact that David could have been talking to Celeste as early as summer of 2023 when she would have been just 12 years old. You guys can pause to read this entire thing if you'd like. I'm going to just summarize the main points.
So I'll read this to you guys in full.
Look,
I
I read
just
it.
kind of help us digest and understand what's
He
going
got the
on.
magnifying
It says, hi,
glass
I'm one
on.
of David's ex-good friends
my
/ exes. I'm the one he was texting in our iMessage conversation that leaked, and I am the one from that one.
Now she talking about iMessages got leaked. Did he leak him or did you leak him? Talking about hi. What's your name? What's your name? Do you have a name?
Where I say we were together when I was 16 and he was 18.
See what I mean? He was 16. She was 16 and he was
Deleted this immediately because
18.
I felt that I have too much information out and my brain was still processing the fact that I recognized her name and seemingly face from a Spotify user, Celeste, that he used to follow. I want to be clear that our relationship never ended on bad terms. I met him when he was a minor himself at age 17, and we both realized
So then that would have made you 15. And he was 17. Because then, remember, initially, see, this is what threw me off. And I was trying to log in here, and I would had him playing in the background. And so I didn't catch it. But I had heard it. But I took a minute to process it because you see how it came back full circle. That's why I had to go back because I was like, she just throwing out ages. Like, oh, yeah, because, he was 17 and I was 6. Oh, he was 18 and I was 16. But then I met him when he was 17. And I'm like, so that would have made you 15. And again, ma'am, it's been 3 months and we're focusing on Celeste. I don't, and this is no shade. Let me get back to the end. Technically, I don't even want to go to it, but I'll let him finish. Ma'am, don't talk to me if you ain't talking about Celeste.
prey upon, and he was trying to protect her and make sure she was all right. Here's a screenshot that she shared of her, David, about this girl, and
oh, wow. So she said the story, but I wasn't expecting we was going to see the screenshot. For saying who's cursed it.
Let me scroll
Speculation
back.
would rather help organize timelines, etc. I don't think investigate.
Let me scroll back.
So this might not align with your opinions. Then said I was just comfortable in my own depression. People have it worse. I shouldn't be grieving my friend anymore.
Okay, I remember this
June
part.
30th, 2023. He broke up with me a few weeks later. I was in a depressive episode 100% from feeling like I was losing the two most caring people I knew. Before anyone says I was wrong, it was wrong of him to. I think reality hit him for how love bomby we were, etc. When someone close to me passed, when I confronted him about this, along with the LAX thing, he apologized a few times and told me it was probably when he was in a depressive episode. Below I'll attach screenshots that's not to be used for speculation, but rather help organize timelines, etc. I don't think investigators will want information from me. It's pretty lackluster considering I was not that close with him, as he was allegedly close with Celeste. Oof.
Where David seems passing away to be detached and unbothered by death in general. And given his obsession with
him being detached and unbothered by death, like they're saying he had a dead minor in his car, and then he's talking about like,
allegedly.
oh, you shouldn't be mourning this
We don't
person
know
that
yet.
passed
We
away that's
waiting.
close to you. Like, bro, I feel
Where's
like you
his
should
car?
be mourning this person that passed away. And then you should be reposting these things where he basically says he used to watch gore and execution videos to desensitize himself.
I told him to
with
tone it
war
down. He's
and
so
people
loud.
passing away.
He
And the fact
gave
that
me.
he doesn't seem to care when people do. I mean, he doesn't care that this girl is grieving the loss of a close friend who died tragically and suddenly. He didn't seem to care when he was told that a body was found in his Tesla. He continued performing for days. Just an observation. You guys take that how you will. Now, the second strange incident she recalls over the phone is when she asked David about a girl that he was talking to on Discord, a girl that also happened to be in his Discord server. And he responds to her that this is a 15-year-old girl that people prey upon, and he was trying to protect her and make sure she was all right. Here's a screenshot that she shared of her asking David about this girl, and
My work is easy to.
Let me see. Let me see. I here got a screenshot. Let me see.
Oh, wow. So
Read it.
he said the story, but I wasn't expecting we was going to see the screenshot. They're saying, who's Kirsten? Everybody's saying they know you so well. This is entertaining as hell. By the way, if you're on Spotify, then let me know. He said, girl who's been in the server since it dropped. Oh, and he says she's 15. She gets preyed upon hella. I'm trying to protect her from this stuff. But these dudes are sick. What?
him responding back who she is. Here's some other messages between her and David that she says were harmless in the moment and that she didn't think anything of back then. But looking back at them now with everything that's
Him saying don't K yourself because we haven't even kissed yet is actually twisted. No, don't K yourself. That's my job. Are you insane?
moment and that she didn't think anything of back then. But looking back at them now with everything that's come out, she doesn't know.
The real you as a chat member is ending it all. Not gonna lie. LMAO. Imagine getting hacked by my alter ego. So his alter ego is telling people to hurt themselves. Sounds a bit like that cult we was talking about the other day. I'm not gonna hold you. Sounds a little bit like that cult. That sounds like you trying to convince them to hurt themselves to me.
Knowledge that they are kind of eerie. This one in particular when he says that Atomic
He said, you're not winning against me, you're definitely not winning against Atami. I would karate chop that B. How would I not win against you? Let's be real. Posted Kaisenat meme says, you, after me and Atami cut both of our arms off. This guy's a psycho. He's talking to girls how he's going to cut them up.
his alter ego could cut both of her arms off. I mean, how weird is that? And then, as I was saying at the beginning of this video, where David seems to do things that are well thought out with intention, despite what many people may realize, this is another example of it. He had this song right here that is unreleased called Roast. And these are some of the lyrics that he posted on his story. And if you look at the first letter at the start of each line, it spells out this particular girl who we're talking about right now's name.
No way. Hey. Kara. Is that her name? Kira? Yikes.
So what we say about
Kira?
things that currently make sense about this case. Why was Celeste put in a Tesla? Why was she put in David's Tesla? Why was she left down the street from the home that he was renting, walking distance? I do believe that he possibly did think all of this out before he did it all, and I do think that we are going to see that when he starts presenting his defense, if and when he is arrested.
Wow. Okay, look, I'll just keep it real. I feel like that was actually very compelling to me, in my opinion. Okay, he sounds like a very considered, a very calculated cat. And I'm honestly just like, yeah, I'm just blown away. I can't believe that there's these screenshots. I can't believe that there's this much information. I really can't believe that you would be on Discord talking in this way. But this case has been full of surprises, man. I wanted to just jump on and just give you my thoughts on this situation. I do think this is chilling. This is more creepy stuff. And this ex of his sounds like she's spitting some facts. But hey, look, who knows? What do I know? Okay, what do I know? I'm just an internet nerd. But I will be back. I've got some more David topics coming in the next few days. I'm going to be back in my normal setup tomorrow, okay? I appreciate you guys locking in over the holidays, all of that kind of good stuff, okay? And trust me, okay? I've got some heat coming. You're not ready for 2026. What I'm doing in 2026, you're not going to believe. Okay, it's going to be lit. But thank you for watching this one, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. I'm out. Peace.
Go on.
Interesting. Let me see what Joe's talking about.
The problem with this distraction is that it's so old, Jeffrey Epstein wouldn't date it, all right? Trump has been going after Obama for decades. He's gonna need something else, something juicy.
The White House offering an unexpected health update on President Trump, revealing that he recently underwent a battery of tests and has now been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency.
Doctors tell us it means there isn't adequate blood flow to the veins in the legs, which can cause swelling.
Oh, no. Look at that ankle. When I said something juicy, I didn't mean... A shoe should not give you a muffin top.
I feel like I've seen this one already. This one doesn't seem, this one seems old.
And I cannot stress how big of a deal this is because they never admit that Trump has anything but impeccable health. Usually they bring out a doctor to be like, Donald Trump has big muscles and a girthy ass dick.
Oh my God.
Medically speaking, he makes Hercules look like a pig with cancer. Like, I'm not exaggerating. His doctors once said that his blood pressure was astonishingly excellent. That's not even how blood pressure works.
Right.
Blood pressure is numbers.
Exactly.
If you want to impress us, say 120/80. They made it sound like Trump could control his blood pressure like the settings on a fancy hose. His blood pressure is on miss, but he can turn up to cone or jet if he so chooses. But I get why they put this out. One, it's a good distraction. And two, people have been starting to notice that Trump looks, medically speaking, like shit.
After these images of President Trump started to draw attention, apparent bruises on his hands covered with makeup seen in February and this week.
It's
White
the
House
makeup for
physician
me.
says it's consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin.
Well, problem solved. No one's gonna shake hands that look like that. Even that hand right there, you could tell that the thumb is like, ew, 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 ew. But okay, Trump violating his own HIPAA rights didn't get people to move on from Epstein. So now he's getting snacks involved.
President Trump says he's convinced Coca-Cola to change its recipe. The president claims that the company has agreed to start
Real
using
sugar cane.
real cane sugar in
I done seen this one already. The suit was a dead giveaway, but I was just giving it a fair shot.
Okay, it's not quite the news that a lot of people were waiting for, but it's very close. The news has just come out that David is apparently likely to be indicted in the Celeste Rivas murder. Okay, this has just hit TMZ. It's going around absolutely everywhere. This was just a few hours ago. Okay, I rushed home so that I could react to this and give you my thoughts on the situation. But they're saying that, the Christmas is over with, the holidays are over with, and now it's time for the grand jury to get busy. This says singer David will likely face murder charges for the death of Celeste Rivas, and that's because the grand jury that's hearing the case will be asked to hand down an indictment, sources are telling TMZ. There was a report last month that the grand jury was an investigative grand jury, a grand jury that helps authorities gather evidence, but one that does not indict.
If he ain't fled yet, if he has not fled yet, child, it's something about that TMZ. Like, it's something about that TMZ that just, it's hard to, like, really put my finger on it, but it's something about that TMZ that I'm just not really, not when it comes to this case, I'm just not, I don't know. I mean, think about it. When have we ever had TMZ, be this heavily involved in any kind of crime investigation? Like, when? Maybe we should start there, because they have never been this involved. But then just their articles that they drop, there's an angle there. I'm just not necessarily sure what it is, but they have this angle, and it's almost like you better flee. you better hurry up and flee, because they coming. And that's my thing. I'm like, you better be gone. Because allegedly it's getting interesting in these streets. Just put it that way. Especially when it comes to the, I mean, that's if you had anything on, you know, anything to do with it. If not, then just take your chance, I guess. It just, I just don't like the way TMZ been doing it. You know, every week, he a suspect. LAPD was like, I'm sorry, what did you, like, are you doing this investigation or are we doing this investigation? Oh, the medical examiner was like, I don't trust that TMZ. I do not trust that TMZ. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about it that I just don't trust it. Okay, I was about to say, I already seen that. We are waiting on corporate. Let me see how much time I got left. Because, okay, I got 10 o'clock. He should be coming up. Let me see. How much longer we got? Ooh, 64 minutes. Oh, that's an hour. Oh, okay. What time? What did I say? It's 8 o'clock Central. So that means we must be 3 hours. Is Central Standard Time 3 hours or is it Pacific? Is Chicago Pacific or I didn't say, I said P. Is Chicago Pacific Standard or is it Central Standard? Time zone. What is GMT? Oh, wait. What is? Oh, okay. CT. Okay. Central Time. Okay. I was just trying to make sure. It said something about GMT. I don't know what that is. Okay. So maybe he got the time wrong. Because he said that this is supposed to be dropping at 8. It's 8:56 right now in Chicago. But it also says 62 premieres in 62 minutes. So I'm a little confused. Oh, yeah. I guess we'll just have to. I'm going to go ahead and hit the thumbs up, y'all. So I don't forget. Okay. Uh-oh. So we got Big Twan on here. Jermaine, the Big Funny Dude on IG. Uncle Hank. Teasy in here. I don't know who marking it. Javen Funny. Malaya Astronaut. Okay. Big Muff Bo. Okay, so he give everybody their Instagram shout out. He got a Discord. He got a Twitch. His music. Links. T Sams. Okay. His Instagram, his Twitter. Okay. I'm just being nosy, y'all. Oh. He said 8 o'clock, and I'm like, child, you need to get your time zones together. Because even 8 o'clock your time is an hour ago. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to go get me something to eat. Because it's 10. And he ain't premiering that till 11. Goodness. I got a Philly state left from earlier today. Hello. Look, I'm like, hello. I see somebody talking to me. How you doing? I saw the chat moving. How you doing? What's today? Monday. See what I mean? Look. It's the TMZ.
With a huge update, I think the
Look.
update that everybody has been waiting for
Look.
regarding the David case in the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Look,
Now, we released
this
a
is
video
TMZ.
about a week ago giving you guys an update. A lot of people in the comments thought that this was more of a recap than an update. We think we gave you guys a lot of updates, but feel free to dispute that in the comments.
Who
For
is
those
this
who
guy? I
didn't
don't
see the
even know
video,
him.
I'll give you a quick recap right now. We spoke about Robert Morgenroth, who is the general manager of...
Hold on.
Guten Morgen, my little Fraulein.
Call me
How are you
Chris.
doing today?
Call me Chris.
Guten
Stop.
Morgen, my...
Just stop. Let's call me Chris. She's so funny. I don't even know who this little dude is on TMZ.
Music label. He was also the president of Zara Brothers Travel LLC. Now, we spoke about his testimony
I don't know him.
of Mogul Vision, which is David's music label. He was also the president of Zara Brothers Travel LLC. Now, we spoke about his testimony before the grand jury in
Right.
the courtroom. We have some producers who were in the hallway outside of that courtroom who caught some conversation between Morgan Roth and his lawyer. Morgan Roth told
It's these updates for me that's just doing too much for me. I think I already heard that one.
used to ejaculate prematurely until...
I believe this is the latest from Nate, if I'm not mistaken. No, that was a month ago. Well, didn't I finish this one? I don't think I finished this one.
And they're like, let us tell you what you're gonna make. And they were like, I have a nap in my pocket. Now that I don't work in Beverly Hills, go get this nappy headed from Beverly. I got a nap in my pocket and the other, he turned into Alanis Morissette.
I didn't finish this one.
As a content creator, I'm always writing.
Stop. They always got videos just randomly
That's
playing.
funny than a motherfucker. A nap in his pocket? Okay, well, yeah. So they bumped your pay. You still working for them then? When you want, you do like 2 days a week? 4 days. 4. What's your days off? Mondays? You get long ass weekends. Hell yeah. So what you doing tomorrow, man? You wild. Not a lot. Not a lot. You got your mama still around, y'all? No, I'm divorcing. Go get some pussy then, right? Shit, I don't give a fuck you ain't with your son. Get some, make it a forensic scene. Kill that pussy.
Nate, stupid.
You look like you fuck without making faces.
He's stupid. Nate's stupid. Nate's so stupid.
I really hurt myself. I was
Look, banging on his leg with that microphone. So silly.
They got money, boy. They put a screener on the wall to look like the wall. Just leave the curtain in. It's nice to meet you. So are you single? Dating? You got somebody? Still going through a divorce from his mama? Goddamn, dating.
Hold on just a second. Candace is live on X right now? She better not be.
That position, whatever it may be. And from your perspective, and I kind of know what you're going to say.
She's-
but just as a
she on
question,
Spaces?
From your perspective, like, where do you sit with the people who don't fully agree with maybe all the lines of investigation you're doing, but then do question the Fed position? Like, I think a lot of people feel like there is this kind of idea that you either have to have the Fed position or you have to totally agree with you or Ian Carroll or whatever it may be. So like, where do you sit with that?
No, I appreciate everyone that's
Candace is
investigating.
live
If you're
on X. Can you believe her?
investigating. If you're a person who is trying to convince us that Tyler Robinson on a rooftop by himself with no help took a shot from a 30-06 and like, you know, Charlie ate vegetables and stopped the bullet, like you are just such a useless human being. I really never want to, like, I never want to see you. I don't want to follow you. I don't want to see a tweet from. I want you to just be off the internet. Like that would be great, you know. But beyond that, if you accept that something's wrong, obviously, and like there's got to be more to the story, then great. That's why there is so much variety on the internet. And I do think there is a level of this sort of like crowdsourced investigation. So like, I don't agree with everything that, you know, Ian comes up with. He doesn't agree with everything I say. Like, I don't agree with everything Sam Parker tweets or Myron says. But the point is like, I'm sitting here and I'm pulling together a picture because so many different people are able to pull together different strands. And I personally can say confidently that I sense that we are putting a lot of pressure on the authorities. They seem to be coming undone. There is definitively something here, and they were banking on our ADHD. Like they were banking on, we're gonna throw like a memorial, we're gonna make it amazing, we're gonna give them Trump, they love Trump, he's gonna throw red meat, he's gonna say we're gonna make America great again, and we're gonna move on. And it actually seems to be getting bigger and snowballing, and so something has to give. And so I'm grateful for every person, no matter where you stop on the train. Like if you're like, I believe you on all this, but I don't believe this. Like, I mean, that's really what Morgan Ariel just said. Like, I don't like Mitch. That's fine. Great. But let's keep the pressure on the feds and remember that like we are all united in recognizing that we live in a really effed up world. Tim Jones.
Oh, hold on. Go back. Hey, let me just click on you, honey.
Children and people that traffic children and people that traffic weapons, and they're kind of wanting us to just like be like, oh, but like the new iPhone just dropped. This can't go on like this. Society cannot go on like this. If we have a society that we don't protect good people, like we don't protect decent human beings like Charlie Kirk, we don't protect our children, we're too fearful to even speak and say something, which is, I'm sorry, but we live in a world of remarkable cowardice because of what I view to be a shortage in testosterone. I find so many men to be pathetic. I really do. Like, Charlie Kirk was assassinated in broad daylight, and you're just gonna like accept the Fed slap. I have no use for you. Like, I have no use for you. You're losing the society because you're still allowed to walk around breathing. Is what the issue is. And you get to call yourself a man. Like, why am I taking all these bullets? Thank you to the men who have stood up for me, but like, for the men that are just like going along to get a paycheck, like, I don't need you ever on the airwaves ever again. I really don't. And if at the end of last year, between Jeffrey Epstein and Trump. If something did not stir in your spirit and make you go, what the F is going on? We have no use for you in American society or any other society, frankly. And that's how I feel. So thank you to everybody who's jumped on and had this conversation. Again, I appreciate everyone. Harrison, I appreciate you. I think we do have different styles in this, and I hope that you at least hear my perspective and my heart in this and know I'm obviously not going to let Fort Huachuca go. My husband's on an MI6, and yeah, I don't care about Mitch's baby mamas. And beyond that, we will, I'll be back. I'm off air all this week, and I'll be back next week, and I have even more explosive stories for you that we have found.
Put your mic on with all that post-nasal drill.
So it's just going to get crazier.
Start over. I didn't share. First of all, I don't even be over there. I haven't been on X, and I haven't been on X all year. Let me just put it that way. I gave X a break for 2025. I might swing back over there now. Listen. I can swing back over there for sure. I don't have no problem with that, but
obviously I usually go back and I'll say, please give me some indication of this or that. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, would this be an answered prayer? And I pick up the phone and I call Mitch, and he's kind of startled. I don't think he was just maybe with this friend, and he's like, I can't believe I'm speaking to Candace Owens. And he then proceeds to tell me the story of how he was at Fort Huachuca Air Base dealing with an
Mitch, okay, so she's gonna recap what was going on over there from last week. I got some water. Just finish, Candace.
that happened 35 years ago, when he discovered a cartel tunnel.
Right.
And he happened to, and I want to be very clear here, this is important, there were only two people that he mentioned to me on the phone, and he felt absolutely certain that he saw them, okay?
Okay.
He said on the evening of the 8th, he saw who he then learned later on was Erica Kirk. He saw her at the Candlewood Inn and Suites on September 8th. She was with a younger guy who looked like he was in special forces. He talks about his watch. And the bigger thing for me was that the next day he said that he saw this meeting that he accidentally stumbled upon, what must have been a very important top brass meeting. Essentially described it as like there were 12 to 13 06s, and you don't see that much unless it's a very important meeting. And he described the meeting in military terms. The way that I understood it was basically, this is like final hands on deck. We're about to go on, and there's going to be a mission. And he stumbled into this building by a long set of circumstances. He was going to get a coffee. He didn't realize that JTF had gotten back together. He started off a conversation because he recognized the patch of the 10th Mountain Brigade, and eventually they tell him, oh yeah, we're actually using this random offsite building. We're back together. It's now JTF Southern Border. And that's how he walked in. And at that moment, he was talking to people at the front desk. He saw Brian Harpole walking out of this meeting with somebody. And I'll tell you when we started talking about Mark Amadei, but he initially did not contact me about Mark Amadei or Cabot Phillips. I recognized Erica Kirk on September 8th, leaving the Candlewood Inn Suites on the base, and I recognized Brian Harpole on the 9th, the morning of the 9th. The meeting was concluding at 7:30 a.m. Now, obviously, because the September 9th, the way that he described it was, first and foremost, this is like, we're about to do a mission. It's the day before Charlie Kirk dies. There's been a lot of speculation about Brian Harpole. He definitively has lied about things which are on my list. He lied about what they did to prepare for Charlie speaking, kind of showed the messages. He was a bit weird about that. I was going, okay, that's really the most compelling piece for me. It's like Brian Harpole, because I'm running in my head, okay, obviously the Erica thing could be interesting, but that's on the 8th. Maybe Erica was with Dan Flood. I mean, she has security. It's Fort Huachuca. It's kind of in the Phoenix backyard. Maybe she's there for a different reason, picking something up. Her mother's sick. Her mother works in defense. Like, my mindset was just the
justifying
thing is the most compelling piece for me, because I think he's been acting weird. And obviously, I'm not going to just assume that I should have him on the show. Before I went through some basic fact checks, I ran it up to some person that I trust very much, that is in government, that is in the military, asked him to vet the story. I mean, I was basically up all night dealing with this, as I was going, oh my gosh, what if this is the answered prayer? And we are about to be able to assert definitively that Brian Harpole was there. So I did those sort of basic checks. And then it was December 9th, and I just told the story of what Mitch had told me. I did not mention Erica's name. That's very important, because I did not, again, think that that was necessarily relevant to the meeting that had happened on the 9th. And I wanted to speak about Brian Harpole, and I just said it was a blonde girl. Anyways, that's the 9th. On December 10th is the very next day is when Erica sat down with Harrison Faulkner on Fox News, and she addressed conspiracy theorists as sick and said that she wanted them to stop. And then suddenly I'm trending, and people are like, well, she's basically saying that you need to stop. And I was like, okay, that's just weird. Then the next day on the 11th is when Barry Weiss used the snippet of the now infamous, stop, just stop, which the TikTokers went very crazy on. And I was like, okay, that was specifically obviously about me. It's like Barry Weiss said, the podcast.
It's time for you to be baptized into this.
It kind of
Thanks, Melania.
backfired, I would say, on the internet. And suddenly,
everybody talking.
and I had a date to meet on that Monday.
Right.
So that was Thursday. That's the stop, just stop snippet. Friday, I had no show. Sunday, I want to tell you this part because this is important. On December 14th, I received a text message from Ian Carroll. I hope he is in this chat. I'd like him to jump in case I get anything wrong here. But the text message was to me and my producer, and he was like, hey, like, I have something for you guys that I need to discuss. It's pretty urgent. When I got around to calling Ian, he told me that basically he had received information from someone. He didn't want to.
Oh my goodness, here we go again. They must really not want us to hear her, but hold on. We're gonna get it going.
Refresh. What happened? Ian.
Sorry guys, I
Text.
think that they're doing this on purpose. But
No,
we'll
you're
get
good.
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I
Go
can
ahead.
always rewind it too. So
We
if
got,
it's
girl, I
sorry,
rewinded
go
you
back.
too, honey. Child, I rewinded you from the beginning.
To try to scare me from talking about the Fort Huachuca thing anymore because I hadn't yet hosted Mitch to tell the story. But I
Fast forward.
I might do more with Mitch, or I might pass him off to Ian Carroll. Next
Oh.
thing you know, Ian Carroll's getting a phone call.
Ooh, did it again. Put your mic back. She swung that mic to the back. She said, they must not really want us to. But I thought that we was good over there on X because of Elon. Put your mic back, honey.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Guys, they must really not want us to listen to her. I'm tempted to just put it on my phone and we may have to do it without video because this is getting ridiculous.
They be doing it on YouTube.
I came back and oh, actually, let's go back to the meeting with Erica because this is also relevant. During that meeting, I did not bring up the Fort Huachuca thing because I, first and foremost,
Fast forward.
to continue vetting various aspects of it, but also I have Brian Harpole's number, and so I was just going to text Brian Harpole directly. But it is worth saying that during that interview, Erica gave me Brian Harpole's flights and said, like, you know, I know that you mentioned that you thought Brian Harpole was at this interview. Here are his flights. Now, you guys would later see those flights because Alex Jones then mysteriously has these flights. I took the flights from her. I thought it was interesting because I didn't bring up Fort Huachuca and I wasn't intending to bring up Fort Huachuca, and I hadn't mentioned Erica on the show. And I looked at them and I said, oh, well, this is not an alibi because the meeting ended at 7:30 a.m. and planes that left Fort Huachuca were back in Texas. Actually, the SAM plane, as we know, went straight to Texas. And I think Brian Harpole's flight left at like 3:42 or something in the afternoon in Texas. So I was like, this does not conflict with the idea that he could have been leaving a meeting at 7:30 a.m. So it's a pretty short flight to Texas. So I said that, and that was it. But I said, but thank you for giving me this because now I can tell people that I have these flights and also that he doesn't like yet have an alibi for that morning. I just wanted to mention that because I feel like that's important. Anyways, obviously when we went back on air on Tuesday,
Right.
I recapped I was
The
tired
meeting.
and just kind of went
Right.
through kind of the high points of
Sure.
things that we had discussed. It
Sure.
was a very long meeting.
Sure.
On Wednesday,
Mhm.
we broke the story about Charlie's car.
Right.
We actually had exclusive photos of what the inside
Right.
of the car looked like.
Right.
On Thursday, I made the decision to have Mitch on my show.
Right.
And the reason why we made that decision is because we were then working in the background to verify other aspects of his story, and we were able to do that.
Okay.
I now felt beyond confident. He had sent me all of his metadata. He had sent me, as you guys already saw, his ID cards, his former passports, his new passports. He even sent me, now I can't say that this Mexican person was in the cartel, but, you know, his story was that he was being hunted by the cartel. He certainly had like court documents documenting that a Spanish person had broken into his home and whatever had happened. So I believed him. I believed his story. I knew that he was a Green Beret. Like I told you, I verified that information right away, and I knew that he had stumbled upon this meeting, and he thought this is why they were pulling him aside. They may have thought something else, but it was substantially true. Everything he said was substantially true.
Okay.
Whether or not he saw Brian Harpole, I don't know, right?
Okay.
Now, of course, the decision to have him on, I was aware that I could not say to him, I felt that would have been super inauthentic if I was like, hey, tell your story, but like, let's not talk about the fact that you think 100% that you saw Erica. Like, that would have just been inauthentic. And I feel like people know that, I don't know, you guys would have just like sussed that out in 4 seconds.
For sure.
So I understood, obviously, that we were opening a can of worms
Sure.
because people were going to be compelled, obviously, by the fact that potentially Erica Kirk was on the base the evening before, if you will, on September 8th. But again, my main thing was Brian Harpole.
Right.
during that time, as we were vetting his story,
Okay.
he described the congressman. He thought he was
Right.
sure that it was a congressman of some description.
Right.
And he described him what he looked like,
Uh-huh.
glasses, about the age.
Come
and
on,
he
Candace.
said
We
the
already
height
know
was
all this.
5'9".
Sure.
So we were sending him
Uh-huh.
photos of
Right.
congressmen that we
Right.
thought could fit the bill.
Right.
So you guys know this.
No.
And he was
No.
like,
No.
We sent him
Come
evidence. He's
on.
like, this person looks very familiar. Like, this could be the person. Like, have you looked into his story? Like, do you think that this could be the guy? Like, this is the first person that really looks like the guy.
Uh-huh.
And he said, is he
I'm a
5'9"?
day.
And I Googled that and it said he was 5'9". I actually think Google's wrong on that. I think his height is wrong. I will say that now. But it's important for you to know that he did not initially come to us with Amadei. We sent him
Amadei.
photos. It was just Erica and Brian Harple. Okay, so
What you doing over here? Look.
and he says both of the names, and
Of
what happened
course.
thereafter is what I can only describe as like an
Hold on, let me pause. Pause. Candace, hold on just a second. Look to my, hey, you remember me? I do. Thanks for joining the chat. I appreciate it.
somebody who's in DC, and they were very concerned and thought maybe somebody was feeding me bad information, and I was kind of interested in the phone call. Not going to name the person, but was basically like, worried about your security and things like that. And I was like, I think we're good. Like, we're just kind of vetting the story.
Uh-huh.
Then on the 20th, and this is very interesting,
Go.
these two YouTubers, Valhalla and Paramount Tactics,
Oh. Okay, we
reached
got
out
some.
to Mitch.
Oh.
And they're being super nice to him. And they're saying, or one of them said, and I don't want to mix them up, but we have the video of it because Mitch is predisposed to paranoia.
Sure.
And he recorded them. And I'm going to drop the conversations. I'm happy to drop them after this is live. They're so nice to him. This is on December 20th. And, they're not questioning whether or not he was in the special forces. They're not saying anything weird.
It
All
went out
right,
again.
here we go again.
It went out again. Look.
I'm gonna keep on
She done dropped the name.
refreshing.
Refresh.
guys.
Look, refresh. We're here. First of all, this is done. I had to
If there's
rewind.
nothing to hide, why would this be happening? I mean, you can't even make this stuff up.
What was the
is when
name?
they are suddenly calling him, and
Uh-huh.
they're like, oh, we're just concerned about Candace. Okay, yeah, and you're gonna see in a couple of days he loses his mind and suddenly speaking to exes and baby mamas like he's Jerry Springer, but that was the nature of their phone call. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. I don't know these guys. And then on the 22nd, I get another phone call from Ian Carroll. He's here. I'm gonna add you, Ian. Add a speaker. I get another phone call from Ian Carroll.
Maybe we should.
Hold on, Patriotic Housewife. My day is going very well. Thank you for asking. Happy Monday. We're still on Monday, but happy Monday. How is your day going so far, my love?
3 minutes on our phones, guys, in case this gets deleted
and
one day.
freaked and very
Oh.
concerned because obviously I have a relationship with Ian Carroll, and to some degree he respects Valhalla. And he's like, look, I have this friend who's in the military.
Uh-huh.
He has a YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and he basically runs me through it. He's basically saying that he wants to talk to me. And it was kind of said to me in a way that was like, if you don't kind of take this rope, and jump off of this Mitch train, what's going to come out about Mitch is going to be explosive, and you're going to go.
Went out again.
This is crazy.
And it went out again. Goodness.
We're gonna refresh again, guys. Sorry.
No, you
I
child.
really don't understand this.
I be so used to it over here on YouTube. She'll go to commercial and it'll
Everyone is
just
saying the same stuff,
load.
and a lot of people on X are saying keeps crashing, so it's
Yeah.
intentional. I
Talking about
think.
his ex-wife. I was like, I don't care about any of this, and I said,
It's so ironic that she was on X because I'm like, and then shout out to Patriotic Housewife, Lord, because she is live streaming it. She's live streaming it from X. I'm like, she was in the algorithm because we were scrolling looking for something. Oh my goodness.
this
Look.
seems to me like they're trying to distract me with stupid stuff.
Uh-huh.
If he has something that is concrete that Mitch somehow defrauded me
Uh-huh.
or lied and did
You remember me?
Ray, then please just have him email it to me. And I said,
Okay, so I do have a confession to make, Mr. Mrs. Like, I don't know, it's hard to tell with that emoji. Look, I do have a confession to make. Just let me know if you want me to confess. Look, just let me know if you want me to tell you what happened. Oh, I can tell you, but I'm gonna ask you first. Hey, do you want me to confess? Have a confession.
To me, I will deal with it immediately. And I also made
Just let me know.
That because they were like, oh, then like she could get in trouble for fraud because she raised money for this guy and he wasn't even like a Green Beret. I was like, first off, he never asked me to raise money for him. So the idea that he was doing this
Right. That is true. That is true.
When I was live, I said I would do a give, send, go because I said people were going to start digging up things. Like I just had a feeling like I thought it would be other people, but I just felt like, oh, let's raise money for him. He had a tough life, whatever. And I had that court paperwork of what he was going through. So that was natural. And now
you close to that 50, ain't you?
But the very next day, which I will show on my show this week, Mitch sent me an email the day after I started the Give, Send, Go. The morning after, he sent me and Skylar an email and said, thank you so much for raising money, but I do not want to accept this money from you.
Ooh.
And he was very self-deprecating. He was like, I'm just a fat, ugly man, and I just wanted to help, and I don't deserve this. Like, I basically don't deserve this in the public. And then I called him, and I was like, Mitch is just kind of stressful. Like, I don't want to figure out how to, give people back all this money. And he was like, how about this? If the tip that I gave you proves fruitful, like if it's actually Brian Harple or it's Erica, then I will take the money. Otherwise, I don't want it. So he's never trying to get money from me. That whole, he's a fraud. He was trying to steal. That is real. It's just completely made up. And again, I will drop the receipts of exactly when he emailed me the morning after.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I said to Ian, and I was like, I just don't care about anything about his background at all. I want to know if they have anything about him not being Green Beret. I will obviously post an update and say this guy completely tricked me with his metadata and everything. They were unwilling to do that. They did not want to do that, and so that's when they started just talking to his estranged son from 20 years ago. I don't know. I don't know, because I knew that it was intentional, trying to pull you, like they want to bring you down in mud so that you don't go forward, and you have to just focus on the facts. So that is the backstory of Fort Huachuca. We all then know what happens next, and Alex Jones jumps into the foray. He's talking about Mitch's history. He's putting out all this information.
Everybody.
Mark Amadei did, I do want to say as an update, I scrubbed through looking for roll calls, and then somebody indicated to me that they see him in his chair. He missed the roll call for some reason, but early on in the video, I agree, it does look like Mark Amadei. So that might be, it could be him, and we're looking for somebody else who looks like Mark Amadei. And I also think his height is wrong on Google. I don't think he looks like he's 5'9". So Mark Amadei might be completely off the hook on that. And again, he wasn't the person that Mitch initially said we gave him that photo. Now the Cabot Phillips thing is also very interesting.
Cabot Phillips, the ex-boyfriend who I didn't date nobody before Charlie.
I don't really care about, Mitch's estranged relationship with his son. I'm not interested. I'm not Maury. I'm not here to, bring families back together.
Ooh.
But I tried to debunk him. I thought that was very easy to be able to debunk with
Right.
Cabot Phillips, because Cabot Phillips he has a daily show at the
Oh.
Daily Wire. He does it maybe 3 times a week or something. But the Morning Wire, obviously, I worked the Daily Wire. And I was like, well, that's pretty simple. If you're saying that Cabot Phillips is here in Arizona, he actually lives here in Nashville and he has a show. Let me just go find him on his show.
Ooh.
Well, it also turns out that Cabot Phillips, from September 4th all the way through to September 10th until September 11th, took a vacation and he wasn't on his show.
Damn. Ain't that butter?
So when I realized that, I did the right thing. I
Reached out to him.
I sent him 2 messages asking if
He ain't
could
gonna
just
talk to
answer
you.
whether or not he was there, because I don't want to throw any shade his way.
He
I
ain't
had
gonna talk
sent
to
him,
him.
just to get to the Cabot Phillips bit, I had sent Mitch multiple photos of guys like this person. I thought maybe Dan Flood. This is no. I gave him no context, but saw that Cabot Phillips was trending, and I had no idea he was one of Erica's exes.
Right.
I sent him the photo, and he's like, "That's the guy. That's the guy that was with her." And again, I'm now relying on Mitch's
At the
memory. I don't know
hotel.
what his facial facial recognition software is. If it's like mine, it's terrible. Okay, I can meet someone like 5 times and still not place their faces. But if it was my husband, he can meet someone once and he's like, that's him. We saw him at the airport in New Jersey. You don't remember? And I'm like, of course I don't remember. Some people have it, some people don't. So I just wanted to try to confirm it. Cabot Phillips did not respond to me. Okay, he's not, you can say he's not required to respond to me. That's fine. I'm giving you the information. I would probably respond, like, just because it's such an easy thing to do. But that was interesting. I was compelled by that. He said that he thought the person was potentially a pilot or would have had pilots in his family because Mitch said, I'm a watch guy, and I recognized his watch, and it's a watch that pilots wear. It's digital, it had a yellow button, whatever. Well, there's never been anything publicly about Cabot being in the military, so I was like, that seems wrong to me. And then sure enough, I dug up a post that his grandfather was, I don't know, like awarded high honors for the military. He was an Air Force guy. So I was like, okay, well, that's another like interesting thing that's happening. I would like to look further into that. Now, in terms of people saying that, you know, Erica doesn't owe you an alibi, I didn't ask Erica for an alibi.
Right.
So when suddenly I realized that Paramount's Tactical was speaking with Andrew Colbert and he was providing an alibi to Andrew Colbert, well, then suddenly now, if you're going to provide an alibi, then let's provide an alibi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to just, like, communicate whatever that alibi is. I never demanded it privately. I didn't demand it in her face. And I still don't, even if she said, yeah, I was at Fort Huachuca, I was at a hotel, and I was dropping off a package, that doesn't necessarily put her at the meeting the next day. But Mitch did say that the person who he thinks looks like Cabot Phillips was at that meeting the next day.
I'm sorry. What's going on? Like, what is going on? Please, somebody, please. Just, she can't even take 2 weeks off. She was supposed to have 2 weeks. She can't even take a vacation off. She all in the cut, in the back, in the office, somewhere, in the room, somewhere, probably with her phone propped up, with a hat on and a quarter zip. She got her iPad on the side with her timeline. Kendra's supposed to be off for 2 weeks. You was off last week, and then you're supposed to be off this week, and you'll be back next week. Ma'am, why are you all over here on X? And why is Cabot at the what was the name of that hotel, y'all? The Mattress Firm. The Mattress Topper. I forgot what the name of it was. Why y'all over there? What y'all doing at this little hotel? And then why are you at the meeting?
Obviously, that's interesting. Like, obviously, if we're investigating this, we should just, like, we could check it off the list and move on.
Slide it on.
I have messaged Brian Hartful, just so you guys know, thus far.
Of course you have.
4 times, at least 3
4.
times, asking him. Again, we can't say he was willing to give his flights.
Of course not.
But doesn't want to also just give his metadata or a picture they took a text message at that time to clear his name. You either want to give an alibi or you don't want to give an alibi. You either are saying, I don't owe you an alibi, I don't want to answer at all. But if you're going to do something halfway, then you should provide a full alibi. Now, I will say that I had some communication. I did message also once the thing exploded with Andrew Colbert, because he's just getting on my nerves. Like, really, I have been so nice in terms of what I have told the public about things that Andrew Colbert told me. He's starting to, like, a little bit play with the bull. And we're getting real close. We're getting real close to me just saying, if you guys really think that I have not been fair, you will really recognize how fair I have been if he keeps pressing me. And I felt very pushed on that Paramount Tactical thing. These people are lunatics, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, send me a text, and I could have shut it down immediately. But you're like, I'm assuming you're also the person talking to Andrew. I mean, speaking to Alex, because Alex did say on his show that he spoke to Turning Point USA people, and, like, he had...
crashed again.
All right, we're going to have to refresh this again.
I'm glad she's paying attention. Whenever it crash. Put you on pause. Go ahead.
Sort of
Yes.
denigrating what we were doing, I then was like, okay, let me text someone more responsible at Turning Point USA and ask, hey, do you guys want to give me an alibi? So I put Andrew Colbert and the COO in a chat, and I was like, hey, just figured we could
Group
put
chat.
the red line, and you can just give me Erica's alibi, and I'd be happy to publish it because I'm not interested in like throwing mud on
Erica's alibi? No
That
response.
conversation was had yesterday, and they did give me an indication of what she was doing, which was making dinner for Charlie. I have asked for, metadata to show that that it was, Charlie that she was texting, and I'm still waiting back. So the last conversation I had with them, I think that was yesterday, Sunday at around 1:00 p.m. ish, my time, Central, I think, and they said that Erica got busy with the kids and that they were going to get me something. So I'm still waiting on that. Just so you guys know that I have been
She's so
responsible and speaking to the people directly trying to get the information. Now, obviously, Sam, I very much agree with you, and I'm going to let you jump in here. Actually, let's start with Harrison because I would love to hear his side. I think it's for the most part, he's done a lot of great work. He has not been feeding us a fed slop and telling us that Charlie had a magic neck, and it's good to hear from people who disagree with us. So Harrison, if you want to unmute yourself and jump in, that would be great.
Who's Harrison?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I guess my whole thing is, why does this meeting even matter? Like, what is the actual claim that's being made here? That's been my confusion the whole point, the whole time, is like, okay, let's say that there's absolute proof, photographic evidence that everything that Snow says is true. Like, who cares? I mean, what does that prove? What is the actual accusation? Who do you think was conspiring with who to do what?
Yeah.
And I think obviously the name of the episode was, the day before Charlie Kirk was murdered. The insinuation is that this was a assassination planning meeting, which I don't even see any evidence of that. And then people I'm arguing with online are saying, no, this has nothing to do with the assassination.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to go get me something to eat. I'm gonna have to go and get me something to eat. Cause it's gonna take me a minute. I gotta prep the salad. I gotta warm up the beans and the rice to put into the salad, and then I gotta warm up the Philly steak. Probably have to go use the bathroom just because I'm getting up, and once you get up, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a brain break. I think that's what it's called. It's called a brain break. I probably, let me see. Hold on. Let me see, because I can do that. Let me see if I can get you a what is it called? A little screensaver. Let me see if I can get you a little screensaver here. I wasn't trying to black it out. Let me see. Because corporate is coming up in 20 minutes, okay? He's coming up in 20. Let me see if I can get okay, I can do an image. Let me see. Where's she at? Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then, what is that? Okay. Let me just cut me off. Because it should have been a separate one. I can talk in the background. It should have been a separate one, but that's all right. But then I'm going to have to fix it when I come back. And then go ahead and get this little, William Ernest Henley. Okay. All right. So we got like a little screenshot over here. And what you gonna do till I get back? Let me see. Because let me, what phone is this? What is this at the bottom? Okay, that's a Q&A. Okay, hold on just a second, because I believe she got a green screen on no, I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. What is this? That's the lighting. Okay, cut it off. Well, just sit there till I get back. Look, I'm like, just sit there till I get back, y'all. I'll be back. Let me cut some music on so it ain't. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Some non-copyrighted music. Hold on, give me a second. He's gonna give me 20. Everybody on the charger? 86, 47, 53. Okay. All right, I'll be back. Clean up my trash. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that music. I'm like, it was just supposed to be some, with the ads. It wasn't even supposed to be all that. Right. I'm like, what was she doing? Trying to get somebody damn copyrighted with that foolishness. Did I get a rag? But I didn't know. Like, what was she doing? I didn't understand. I had no idea what she was doing. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Cut the image, y'all. Cut me back. Put me back. And then, that's me. And then just go and put the little cartoon back on there. Because you know we got our, Alright. Now, I was trying to get my food right. I got the Philly steak, of course. I got the salad. They got a new one now. Sweet kale. This was that $20 Philly steak that I was telling y'all about. I didn't have any other choice. And then I got my beans and my rice. Now, we have, I don't even know if I got any more black eyed peas left in here, but I know it was some veal peas and them snaps. And then we got some black beans left over from the nacho dip. So we just gonna, she is so loud. Oh, and then for dessert, I bought these today. You see how many is left? 4. And Madeline gonna be living crazy tomorrow. Because I had showed it to her on FaceTime and she was like, oh. I was like, oh, girl. Child, I'm talking about succulent. I don't even know if they're gonna last. I don't know if they're gonna last. And so when you had them beans and rice, you don't even need no salad dressing. But let me tell you what's in here. Let me go back to corporate. Let me see what time, how much time we got left. Okay, 12 minutes. Oh no, we doing good on time. Okay, cut that down. Get back to Candace. Let me see what happened. Let me see. Go,
Yeah, I
hush.
guess, you know,
He was talking.
Space is why this matters. Why does...
Let me show you what's in this salad. Chopped kale blend, grilled white meat chicken. I don't know why they said that. Grilled white meat. Okay, grilled white meat chicken. Okay, feta cheese, cranberries, pepitas, and red cabbage. And so let me.
Or does Huacachuca even matter? Like, what is the claim being made? I still don't even understand that.
Okay, good question.
It matters because why would Brian Harpole be on Fort Huachuca?
Oh, good
right?
question.
It matters because he's giving an alibi, which means he doesn't want to be associated. Like, it
Feta.
could easily not matter.
Feta.
To speak to your credit, he could have been like, yeah, I was at Fort Huachuca with my brother. And my brother's in the military. I was dropping off some food.
I don't need the chicken.
Like, that could have been then totally dead end. That would have been nothing.
But
now,
you don't.
Because Mitch had described this as a top secret meeting in an off-site building and had described this as top brass at the Pentagon and said that these sorts of meetings, and I am forgetting the military term, are when you're just about to embark on like a mission. I know I'm really uneducated, but military guys will sound better saying that. It was compelling. Like, okay, like I said, Brian Harpole was acting funny. He's been acting weird. He's been telling verifiable lies, and he cared enough to present an alibi, meaning he didn't want people to think he was there, right? So if you have to give someone an alibi, it's because you don't want people to think that you're there. There is an alibi is needed if there's nothing to hide. So that's why it matters. I think that's why it matters. And this reaction, rather than being forthcoming, is why it suddenly feels okay. This is important because no one's acting real. No one's just like, oh yeah, cool, he's there. Like, it also is, as we have now learned, it is an intel base. He was telling the truth about exactly what building it was. I didn't name the building on my show because I wasn't sure if that was like a national security problem.
Oh,
but it
good.
happened to be that JTF was borrowing that off-site building, and it was supposed to be a top secret meeting for those purposes. Somebody that was involved in blacking out the windows had sent us a tip. Again, it's how people are reacting to the meeting that lets us know that it's important.
Okay, I mean, I guess.
Oh, now shut your ass up. I ain't done.
Like I said, my perspective was there's 1,000 different reasons that she could have been at that base. Her mother has a contract, has a contract with DOD. Erica has been open about her mother's ties to the military in the past. She actually did an interview and said that she moved to Arizona because her mother had a contract with the military. So again, weird thing is when Andrew's like, Erica wasn't in some fort, as if he's never heard of Fort Huachuca.
Right.
His brother is in the military. His brother is a Captain Curtis Colbeck.
It's massive. We're just gonna take our time with it. The black beans, Lord.
So that kind of a language.
That gas.
I've named this.
Oh, that black bean. Well, you eat some black beans, and you get that gas. That black bean gas hit different.
Why it suddenly really matters, right?
Stank.
It was sort of one episode. I didn't exactly dedicate a whole series to it. The reaction has been so almost like violently obsessed that the public is now going, oh, okay, well, it feels like there's something here. I think that's just sort of our natural instinct.
Okay, I mean, I think if you're saying that somebody is somewhere and they weren't there, then providing the alibi is not in and of itself suspicious. If the alibi is not confirmed, I guess you can be suspicious of that. But again, there's still not an answer. Like, okay, let's just say you're right. Let's just say that absolutely they were there.
Yeah.
What does that prove? What is the accusation? Because what it sounds like, and I mean, what the insinuation obviously is that this was a planning meeting for the assassination, and the people there had pre-knowledge of the assassination and were therefore in on it. So I think that if you are making that accusation, which in effect you are, right? You're in effect saying, okay, Erica Kirk and the head of TPUSA security were at this
I should have got all them
pre-assassination
beans.
planning meeting.
She didn't. Right.
Erica was never at that meeting.
So she was not at the meeting. She was at the hotel. I was getting that confused too. I'm like, wait, you was at the meeting and you was at the hotel? Well, he didn't say he saw her at the hotel, but he saw him at the hotel and at the meeting.
Never said Erica was at the meeting. Mrs. never said Erica was at that meeting. There was never an indication she was at that meeting. He did not see her on September 9th. It was Brian Harpel who was at that meeting. To my knowledge, Brian Harpel, I don't know why he would be at an intel base at a meeting with Top Brass. And what I can tell you is if he was there, Turning Point doesn't know he was there. According to Erica and Justin Strife, who I sat down for 4.5 hours. So Turning Point has him on their payroll. If they've outright purchased a security firm and they don't know what he's doing on an intel base, yeah, it matters. And we don't need to know the conclusion to follow the clues here that something's wrong. So that there's this fashionable thing where people are always like, well, what's the final thing you're saying?
Right.
We don't know the final thing that
Right, we're trying to get to it.
because that's not how an investigation works.
Well, you
have
can
to follow the thing that's the lie. We have to follow, okay, this guy said he was here, he wasn't. What does that mean? I don't know what it means yet. I don't know what it means yet. What I'm saying is the reaction to this is
Let me
not
get to this
normal.
Philistine.
Brian Harpel shouldn't be on an intel base if Turning doesn't know about it. And he's presented an alibi that doesn't
I'm
actually
talking about
cover what it was.
cheesy.
He felt it necessary to give an alibi.
Cheesy.
So, I don't know, interesting, and I think we have a right to think. So, if that's cool, I'm just gonna let somebody else jump in right here. I think, is that okay, Harrison, or do you wanna just have a final thought there?
Sure. Okay. So Erica Kirk was not there. You don't believe that Erica Kirk was there at all.
He wasn't there on the 9th. He was not seen on the 9th. It's not about whether I believe he was there. He wasn't seen on the 9th. That was never said. He never said it. I never said it.
Okay, but she was seen on the 8th.
Yes, and not at the intel meeting, not in the intel,
Compound or whatever.
They were using. She's not seen with the top brass. Nothing like that.
Okay, so the pre-assassination planning meeting happened on the morning of the 9th.
I know he didn't. I know damn well he didn't just say pre-assassination planning meeting. I know damn well he didn't just say that. Pre-assassination planning meeting is just outrageous.
was seen in the area on the afternoon of the 8th, but those were unrelated. She just happened to be there.
They're related because of the person she was with.
Because of the person she was with.
He did see that
Cabot
person
Phillips,
on the night.
the ex-boyfriend.
All right, guys,
And they
sorry.
just knocked him out after saying that, of course. And they just cut the stream because of
And I
that.
know this is happening because my husband and I keep checking X, and people are actually we're doing pretty good compared to other people.
Pre-assassination
Nobody's going to
planning
remember.
meeting is just blowing me right now.
The name Mitch Snow or Fort Huachuca, and this is not going to go anywhere, and that this is a nothing burger. I just think it's an absolute nothing burger that's not going to lead anywhere. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you can prove me wrong. But again, my whole thing has always been that this devolves into this question of like, was he there? Was he not there? And the whole time I'm just going, what does it matter? If the conclusion is that he's a complete liar, it's the exact same outcome as proving that these people were actually there, because so far you haven't connected it to the assassination in any way whatsoever, except that maybe this guy thinks that he saw people that are around Charlie Kirk. And my whole point is, obviously the insinuation is, I mean, again, when you're saying Erica Kirk was there, but not actually there on the day, but in the area, but not because of the assassination meeting, but it's like, okay, clearly the insinuation is that these people had something to do with the assassination, and you can make that claim or not, or pretend that you are, or pretend that you're not, but you obviously are. But like, that's all. I don't really care about any of that.
Thanks,
But you have to.
Thank you. Let's give somebody, I think, just you say something clearly and obviously clearly doesn't make it clear or obvious. I'm following this investigation. Charlie was assassinated. I'm going to
Get your ass out of here.
I'm going to say what I know at the exact time that I know it. So I cannot say that it was definitively.
I don't have enough beans and rice in here.
I can say that I have a feeling.
I'm gonna have to go get some more because it's just. My beans and rice ratio is not. Corporate is coming on in 10 minutes. I mean, give me a second and let me go get me some more beans and rice. Excuse me. Can I get that music back, please? Thank you. Look at you talking about I'm back. I told you I had a confession to make. Now you're gonna have to wait till I get it. I gotta go get me some more beans and rice to go with my salad. Give me a second. Okay, come on. All right. Okay. Ooh. Cause I know we was on 2 minutes. Let me see, has he, okay, the premiere, ooh, uh-oh. Oh, yay. Settle down. Cut that music off. Okay. All right. Okay. And then let me see. There we go. Bam. Okay, I had grabbed some barbecue sauce. Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce. Is your camera on? Please, ma'am, please. Okay. And then you got the, I don't even know why I was rushing, because you know how this goes. Child, then you got, hold on. Let me go, let me see. I got the wrong scene up. Just get off of that real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. You know that pre-mail. They got to give you 5 minutes. So we still got some time. This is... Child, right. The premiere, honey, the premiere. We gotta wait just... for the premiere. Let me get my beans and stuff. Let me let Candace go in the background. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Play but mute. Candace, go.
If it is in fact Brian Harpole there and he's lying about that, then that's not good. It's not a good thing because there's no reason to lie unless you have something to hide. But thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate that.
Harrison, good job. Thank you. But anyway.
In the future, I am going to allow Ian. Did you want to jump in here?
Ian on here.
I'd be happy to, but
Hey.
Depends on what you want to talk about. I had to jump in late. I was in a different meeting when
Look how she's smiling.
Yo, get in here.
Oh yeah, I was just mentioning. I was giving the timeline and just telling people when you and I had the call. And
Gotta love Ian Carroll.
About Valhalla. Valhalla. I think it was Valhalla, right? I wanted to speak with me about Mitch and his backstory with Stolen Valor. I wasn't sure if I got something wrong, but I thought it was Valhalla, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been trying to get a hold of you. I'm like a regular conduit for people trying to get a hold of you. You know how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely there's been, it was once things started to fire up, people were starting to talk about like what they saw as holes in Mitch's story. And it's been very interesting to watch how that has evolved on channels like Paramount Tactical especially.
And now I don't know if it's evolving or devolving.
Yeah. I do want to say though, real quick though, is that I was expecting Valhalla to go way more off the rail. Like he definitely voiced his opinion when he did his episode with all of his evidence. He definitely came out hot and voiced his opinion. But I actually was pleasantly surprised by how Valhalla did that in the sense that based on what he knew and the source that he had, he condemned what he saw as what Mitch was and what Mitch's actions were. But he also didn't like. I felt glad that he didn't overstep himself and kind of blow up on you too hard and try to like over extrapolate what he was showing. But I also have been watching people have been bringing out about Mitch since then that seem to make me question whether what Valhalla had was the whole story. So I'm just kind of sitting back.
Yeah, and that was also another thing. I think that's a good point, Ian. Was like people that were pretending that they were speaking to like his like baby mamas and son he hasn't spoken to since he was 2, by the way. So if he hasn't spoken to him since he was 2, the implication is his son knows his father through his mother. That's like what happens when you don't speak to your father since you were 2. But it is interesting that they didn't do any background checks on the women. Who then I saw, and I didn't want to again get dragged down the mud, but like they had accused a few men, but they stayed away from that. It was like no, like this is what's out there about Mitch, and that's why I was saying to you, like and I was like, this feels to me like a way to distract from what I basically am trying to do, which is I feel like I'm the only one that's actually trying to debunk myths. Like going to Brian Harpole, going to Turning Point USA and saying, hey, like give me something, I'm happy for this to be wrong. Whereas everyone else seems to just be trying to distract. I do want to let let's do Ryan and then Isabella, and then we'll do Diligence, Dennis, and I think that's right.
Diligent actually, his app kicked him down. You should re-add him.
I did.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Candace, I'm just jumping in here listening right now, so I'm gonna hang out for a minute and then
Cool.
I'll jump in at the end.
Cool, awesome. Isabella, did you want to jump in here?
Yeah, hi, thanks for having me up here. It's been a lot of debate going on with this, and I think Harrison did bring up some good points, and I've been really interested in the drama between you and Evan, and I'm curious, so Morgan and Evan are friends, and did she just randomly reach out to you and let you know this? Because that's a little shady on her part with Evan.
No, she didn't. She actually did it by accident. So, she, I don't know her at all. I think she's had a pretty good opinion about stuff, and she's definitely kind of been one of the early people on saying how she was treated when she started talking about Israel. And so I think what happened was we should definitely separate Evan from Israel, Evan from Morgan. Morgan kind of, it seemed weird because it was like nothing happened, and then they both kind of wrote these statements. And you don't actually have to, break up with anybody on X that you can just not agree with something. I don't know. I never feel like the need to write like a very long statement if I disagree with something, a commentator that I'm listening to. I'm like, kind of like, like I listen to. Yeah, like, I agree with that, I don't agree with that. I'm never like, for a long time, I've really loved Matt Walsh, but his take, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think it seems a little extra to people on the outside that were looking in. And it was at the same time. And so I messaged her and I was like, I follow you. You can just message me if you thought some part of the story wasn't real. And I sent her some docs about the cartel person. I was like, he sent me so many docs that, like, the story is real. Like, I don't, this happened.
It's something about that Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce that is just taking me to a different level. Not just with this Philly steak. Because I had cooked some crinkle fries earlier today with them. Walmart crinkle fries. Not just anybody crinkle fries. I ain't crinkling just anybody. Specifically, great value. I don't do nothing GV except they fries. Crinkle cut, shoestring, and the seasoned ones. And I had to have me some crinkle fries with this Philly steak earlier. And Walmart was out of the Polynesian sauce. So I ain't have no choice but to get the barbecue sauce. That doggone Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce is taking me to a different level. He's, first of all, pause, corporate. Let me get him back. Who is this? Let me add it. Let me add it to the what it's supposed to be. There it is. Go on. What you supposed to be doing, sir? He's been playing in the background. You have 5 minutes of the premiere, getting you situated. Then, of course, he has 20 minutes of ads at the beginning. So we're pushing through. We are pushing through. I'm just like, I'm talking about Brazil got her video at the beginning. Corporate just played his new video. He had some kind of skit or whatever was going on at the beginning. And then look, his video with Funny Marco. I didn't even get to watch it. Let me cut it up and see what part did he. Oh, my bad.
Artist. Oh, 10.
Look at these two.
Hi.
Okay, I got you. Let me. What happened?
Oh God.
Oh, that's Brazil. Hold on, Brazil. I ain't trying to get your music. Okay, go ahead.
Tell us more. Glasses. Oh, why is he your favorite artist? Oh, damn.
These two. You just clipped it. Right. On the last episode,
Dragon Ball
Come
Z.
on.
Nah, but on the last episode,
About
that's
how she
when
gave
we
me
got
one.
part 8.
While
I was at a restaurant trying to think and get nourishment for my body,
Mhm.
I ended up running into my cousin.
Mhm.
Hadn't seen him since that night at the bowling alley.
Right.
Right. Her home.
Right.
We got a chance to catch up. Cuzzo ended up catching sight of my waitress. Tried to J down. He do not be playing. Whole time girlfriend pop right up. Get the bug. Blue Cuzzo.
Bitch blew me because I'm like, why are you at the bowling alley trying to sneaky link with Raven and her best friend when you got a whole girlfriend?
Snatched his little ass right up by the collar too. End up being a plot twist at the Child Protective Services office. Tia mama slid through trying to inquire
Doing the
about
most.
possession of Milan.
Doing the
Just
most.
knew it was gonna be smooth until she found out that Milan was already in the process of being adopted.
Right.
Got a chance to lay eyes on Milan too. Thought she was finna try to question her about who was trying to
No,
get
ma'am.
custody. Caseworker clapped that attempt real fast. Confidentiality. Tia mama had to take an L for now, but she promised Milan that she was coming back to get her and bring her home. Uncle Hank and Big Lowdown end up splitting up to cover more territory to find me. Big Lowdown ended up taking a lunch break. Uncle Hank got on his ass. Big Lowdown not even knowing that he was in the same restaurant that I was in at the same time. Coincidentally, we ain't crossed paths up until I called the Uber and he just happened to be my Uber driver. I ain't know he was looking for me and he ain't know he had found me until he had coincidentally just happened to look. I'm not even knowing I'm a sitting duck. He kept his cool though. Eventually, I ended up falling asleep in the Uber, suffering from the itis.
The
Big
itis.
Lowdown drove me to a completely different destination from what I was expecting. Pulled me right up to an interception. I woke up to a gun in my face. Held against my will as a result of a bounty that was put on my head by the same dude who had the truck that me and Teasy tried to jack. He was grilling me trying to find out who my partner in crime was. I wanted
Paper
to know.
cut in between the
So
toes,
he
y'all.
participated in some special type of torture. Paper cut between the webbing of my toes type activity. Excruciating. And he threatened to pull each one of my veneers out too. And that's when I asked for y'all help.
Well, the people have spoken.
The people are
Snitch. Y'all have elected me for me to snitch.
for me to give up Teasy.
Let's go. Say less.
Say less.
Let's go.
Okay. Alright, bro. I got a name for you. Mark. Alright, who is it? With a deep sigh. Alright. My homie Teasy. Mark. Teasy. Man, what the fuck is Teasy?
Mm-hmm. I could take them to you.
Mark. Y'all heard the name Teasy?
Mm-mm.
Hey.
Hell no.
Nah, I heard of Cheesy, but I heard no Teasy. Big Lowdown. Shit. We got paid to find him. I don't know no Teasy. Mark, where you at? I don't know. Mark, where you finna lead us to? Literally bogarted in the back door of my boy. Mark, and we went on the night too. Situation at hand had me sick to my stomach.
I gotta call him.
Mark, y'all gonna go with me.
Ooh.
Make sure everything is everything.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey man,
You-
it's gonna be an extra charge to be babysitting, man. Mark, man, I got an extra 5 racks for y'all.
Ooh.
Big Lowdown. Shit, can we clear the original balance before we get to a new invoice?
Right.
All right, man, it's gonna be 25,000 when we get Teasy or nothing. Uncle Hank. Man, all right, man. Put your shoes on, man. I'll oblige. I reached down to grab my sock and my shoe. Big Lowdown, I know in between your toes. Tender than a mother. Tenderism indeed. It was rough as hell trying to put my shoe and my sock on. But I managed to push through. Uncle Hank. Man, get up, man. Come on, man. Damn. I get up and limp my way towards the door. Before leaving out, Uncle Hank. Hey, kids, I'll be back. Don't answer the door for nobody, man. There's some noodles up in there too, man. Use microwave. Don't use stove. Before closing the door, now we
He must be
outside
doing his
walking to the
own
car.
voiceover,
Uncle
child.
Man, big lowdown. Wait, what's wrong, huh? Uncle Hank. Man, I can't leave these kids in the house, man. They gonna burn this
Exactly.
motherfucker down, man.
Look.
Slow down, man. They sleep, huh? We gonna be good.
Uh-oh.
Hank, man, Cameron gonna be up there just meddling around, man. You know he
Fucking
like
with
playing
some
with
shit.
sockets and all that, man. Then my baby mama, she gonna be on me, man. Slow down.
You gonna have to go by yourself?
We need this 25,000. Uncle Hank. Damn.
Go by yourself.
Let's run it the pocket, see what he got.
Uh-oh.
Slow down. You know what? You right. Before they proceed to rummage through my personal space.
The new
Slow
phone?
down. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Got this new
ID?
Uncle Hank. You go get the nigga and come back. If you don't, anybody that stay at the address, I'm shooting the house up, man. Low down, yeah. With switches too. Ain't nobody gonna play with you. I'm talking about button, boy. Hank, comprende? The address was on there. Yeah. Uncle Hank. Now get the fuck on. Before pimping on. I pulled my phone out to call an Uber and limp away towards the end of the block. Meanwhile, Javen had bopped into a corner store.
Finna run in the
purchase his
big
favorite
one.
drink,
Oh, the home girl. Let's quit.
As he walked past the register toward the door, the clerk, hey,
Man,
bro, what you doing?
we gotta pay for that.
Turning around, Javen, live my life like it's golden. What you talking about? The clerk, bro, you didn't pay for the chocolate milk, bro. Javen, what chocolate milk? The clerk, come on, bro, you think I deserve that, bro? Javen, I don't like motherfuckers asking me questions. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. SMH and the clerk, what's that, bro? Javen, can you duck a switch? Fuck, tell me out. Yo, tweaking in this. The clerk, you got it, bro. I don't want no smoke with you. Javen,
Chocolate milk?
Clemente. Fuck, tell me out.
A $3 chocolate milk, you ain't got it?
I think a discounted bag.
Right.
A complete menace. Before he pimped back to Shorty house he was messing with, though. A minivan with the headlights off. Screeching into the parking lot before coming to a complete stop. Called Javen off guard from the drive. Made him spill chocolate milk all over his shirt. Big Swan.
Yeah. My guy. Oh, my guy. Let's get it.
With a Swiss cheese yolk, boy.
Yeah,
Javen was looking like he did.
with the fake money. Yeah.
Big Swan, I ain't seen you in a minute.
Boy. If you know ATL, then you know ATL. Made them spilt the drink and everything. Same scene. Good job, corporate.
Nervous twist, Javen. Just booing. Big Swan, man. I'm up trying to see what's to that little pay.
What happened?
Javen, I've been trying to hustle and get it. Shit, I just need a little bit more time. Big Twine, you really think I'm a goof? You playing a big boy game. You know that? Javen.
What's with that fake money? Yeah.
Big Twine. Javen, jump. Start on this hill. Big Twine, ooh, got your ass. Right before Javen.
The whole scene, the whole ATL scene, check them out.
Chocolate milk.
Took out running.
Break fast. Get little. Dare cheat. Head for the alley. All you saw was feet in the back of his coat. Big Twine instant. Bell out with pipe. Take pursuit. With all intention of walking Javen down. Javen break through an open field, bend onto a block. Big Twine not too far behind. Javen cut across the street. Big Twine stepped the
He running too.
Throwing. Javen barely got up out of there. Irritated, Big Twine retreat. Meanwhile, I'm in the Uber in between a rock and a hard place. I want
Got to set
interested
up
in
Teasy.
giving up my homie. However, my granny don't do nothing to nobody, so for her to be caught in crossfire was a no-go.
Exactly.
I had to do what I had to do.
Okay, whatever.
I pulled my phone out and called Teasy. Teasy was downtown in the midst of something. He get the call,
Teasy.
What's the word, big face? Teasy. What's good, bro? Shit, you just the man I wanted to talk to. You the motherfucker just in time, bro. Nah, for sure. Hey, I need a favor. Tease anything, bro. What's good? I need you to bust a little move with me real quick. Of course. That's the least I can do, especially after you sleep with me one time for the fun time. Man, I appreciate you, G. You already know. But look, though, I got a little situation for us, face. Look, I ain't trying to scale no semis or none of that shit. I'm trying to have a calm night. I'm Gucci. Teasy. No, look, it ain't even none of that. I got a little woo-wop bam that's trying to pop out and see what's to me, but she got a buddy though. I ain't even really in a mood, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's the first.
Man, stop being a bitch. How you gonna ask me for something but can't even give me the same energy? Man. Her homie decent. Teasy. What? Man, stop playing with me. You know how I'm coming. Alright, bro, drop low. I'm finna pull up. He, my man, on bro. But look though, fo, I really gotta let you know, fo, like it's, I don't even know why I'd be without you, fo. Like it's real activity around here, fo. I really appreciate you, bro. If I can't trust no, I know I can trust you. Thanks. I couldn't even respond.
Right.
I just hung up. Who shiesty? My grandma told me keep the grass low the whole time I'm the snake. I realized I ain't have big lowdown numbers, so I called them through the Uber app as if I had lost something. I had to be able to get intact to get this shit done. Big lowdown get the call. Of course, coming through Uber, it looked at weird. What the? Who is this? Answering, hello? Yeah, I forgot to get your line, so I had to call you through Uber. Big lowdown. Oh yeah, that's right. Text my phone. 773-312-17.
Ooh.
Locked in. I got it. Just hit me when you. Next to me. And I'm gonna let you.
You're trying to get my attention.
Where to pull up to?
My mail.
Look, hang up.
Put your home.
I get downtown to Teasy. He posted up with a little situation.
Thank you.
Pimping up like a wounded dog.
Where's the engagement?
What you on, Vegas? What you limping for? What's good, brother? Hit my toe on the side of the bed.
Ouch.
I know that hurt, but hey, you with me, folks? It's my girl, Molly. She get the
Molly.
For sure. How you feeling, Molly? I'm decent or whatever. I'm glad to hear it, Queen. Before a random gentleman start invading my space, you good, King? Turning the Teasy out. Yeah, so where my buddy at, though? Teasy get the point. He right there. I get the looking around. The random gentleman still right there. Hey, watch out, bros. I'm looking down yonder. No sight. I don't see it, folks. Molly, that's my homie, Big Mouth Bo. Like, standing right next to you with the hat on. Now, that gentleman was actually a gentlewoman. A stud. All the way up. Turning the Teasy out. Hey, check it out. Before pivot to the side for a quick meeting.
Right.
Turning to Molly, Teasy. Give me 1 second, real quick. Before sliding over to me, Then what happened, folks? Why would you match me up with somebody that looked like me, folks?
Right.
It's just an uncanny resemblance, folks. That's definitely a female. I checked. What Mojo Brooks say? I know you fucking lying. Listen, please, bro. I've been trying to get shorty for a long time, bro. I need you to be my MVP wingman. A remix to Kodak Black's Pimpin' Ain't Easy played in my head. Don't worry about me, I'm a stud. I got my little stud in the club. Teasy ain't even like that, bro. We finna show them a good time for a little minute. They gonna go about their way. I'ma handle that little business with you. This situation was bigger than me. I had to keep my granny safe. Alright, bro. Teasy, yes. Let's go do a proper introduction. Before we headed back to the ladies. Walking back up, Teasy, Big Mouth Bo. This my homie, Bartholomew. Reaching out for a handshake, glasses. Big Mouth Bo go in for a warm embrace. I think she actually sniffed my neck. Pulling back, nice to meet you. Likewise. Teasy the whole time, I just got us some tickets to go ice skating. Big Mouth Bo, that's dope. I'm glad I came. Molly, that's romantic, man. Teasy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just one of them type of niggas. Molly, I see. I love that for me. Teasy, I love that for us. But though. Let's get up out of here. Let's get to it. Before we all pimp to the ice skating ring. While I'm lacing up my skates, I'm noticing the pain between my toes starting to get a little faint, numbing up. Big Mouth Bo, you ever skated before, bro? Looking up, hell no. Shit, me neither. I I guess it's the first time for both of us, huh? Yeah, I guess so. She facts. Shit, let me take my hat off though. My mama always told me to act like a lady. Yep, it was gonna be a long night. Molly, you ever skated before, Teasy? Hell no, but I'm used to ice though, for real.
What is he
used to
eating?
Ice, what you mean? Shit, cause I got an ice box where my heart used to be.
Oh my God.
She
Not
you
Omarion.
so turning to me.
Not
Teasy,
Omarion,
ready,
Lord.
folks? Trying to cuss someone telepathically. Yeah, I'm ready, G. Teasy, all right, we going, folks, yeah? Before we all hopped up off the bench to go hit the ice. Hopefully Teasy fell through it. I was not looking forward to falling. As I stepped out there, I was nervous as hell. Wiggly than a motherfucker trying to find my balance. Uncertain. Molly and Teasy wasn't no better. He really had to be more holding up on Molly than anything, which I know he was overly happy about the physical
Girl,
contact.
stand up.
You ain't gonna fall now. Shit, I'm trying not to. I should be decent. Shit, if you do fall, I'm heavy. Whoop-de-doo. I appreciate you.
Not whoop-de-doo.
Hey, let's have some fun. I'ma do a trick, and then you gotta do the same one. Alright. She skate off to the side, low, with her hands across her
Blueberry
chest, and do
muffin,
like a
honey.
half spin. I did it minus the Wakanda Forever part, because I needed my hands available just in case I fall. See, I knew you could do it. I'ma do another one. Before stretching her arms out like an airplane and skating into another 180-degree spin. I attempted to do another one until I lost control of my spin and it ended up being 360 degrees. I'm so proud of you, Bartholomew. Like, you raw as hell. I appreciate it. Needed her to hop off that bike, though. Molly, boy, I'm scared, TZ. Hey, look, how long you been single, though? Getting straight to it. For almost about 2 days.
Damn.
That was fresh out the oven, huh? I ain't did no with him in at least a month, though. Oh, yeah? You done put that little on ice for me? You comfortable here,
Teasy.
I'm so sick of you, Teasy.
Right.
Laughing. And I hope you don't get well no time soon. Thanks. Now, after a while, I start finding my fucking groove out there. I'm talking about them there getting that Olympic. Big mouth bow. Okay. It look like you starting to get a hang of it, Bartholomew. Spinning around, nah. Practice makes perfect. There go that smile. Made it real uncomfortable for your boy. Grin, melted. Now I'm skating alone in my zone. I must try to do a spin, bust my shit. Big mouth bow. Bartholomew, I got you. Come skate right over under the ice lifeguard act. She held me up.
Not
Strong
ice
as hell.
Right.
Too.
Look.
I get up off the ground, she tryna
Booty
look in
wet.
my eyes. I kept looking down. Her little ass was tweaking. It was a decent little out though.
Ooh, cheesy.
Busting that shit too. At the least, motherfuckers could say they ice skated before. After that, Teasy had the bright idea of us all popping over to Chinatown, participating in some sightseeing and partaking in some hot portions. We ended up finding a Chinese restaurant and a table for 4, ready to eat. Teasy, I would have took you to China for real, but motherfuckers ain't got their passport. So it's the next best thing. Molly, well, you definitely get an A for effort, babe. Big mouth bow. You know what you want, Bartholomew? I think I'm probably gonna see what's to the shrimp fried rice. Tease, you sure, folks? They got deep fried pigeon in this motherfucker. Definitely was on the menu. In real life, I'm Gucci, bro. Big mouth bow. You don't want to try nothing different, Bartholomew? I low-key already am, for real, sitting here with your ass. After we ordered, it wasn't even really that long before they brought the food. Motherfuckers was hungry, it got quiet. In the midst of my Chinese service, I peeped Teasy plate out.
What you
Bro, why
get?
did you order that fried pigeon, bro?
Right.
Sitting on the plate, getting that. Teasy pick up the skull, get the playing with it. Eat, fags. I'm finna eat a piece, folks. I'm gonna eat a piece, folks. Let's see what's time, folks. Before proceeding to bite into that bird. Hey, getting that at this moment is when he knew he fucked up. Folks started looking regretful as hell.
Right.
And that's what your dumb ass get.
Right.
Spitting into a napkin. Folks. I'ma just stick with the birds I know, folks. Chikiana. Molly, that's good that you was open-minded enough to try it. Teasy, a nigga look cultured or whatever, spitting out feathers, turning a big mouth bow out. can I ask you a question? She, you just did, but go ahead. How long you been liking boys? She, for about a week. What made you want to switch back over? She, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just kind of miss it. What you miss? Smiling, she. You so funny, Bartholomew. Teasy, shit. Maybe pay after this? I mean, do we have to? Molly, I would love to. Big Mouth Boat, Navy Pier. That's really like a place for couples, ain't it? Nah, motherfuckers from different walks of life be going. Teasy, shit, we go on then. Against my will, we slide over the Navy Pier. We walking by the water, enjoying the view. The skyline was
Oh, she cut her hand.
Shorty steady wanna hold hands. Molly, I ain't been to Navy Pier in a minute. Teasy, shit, I thought it'd be a slight little vibe to see what's too. You did. She, oh, you did that. We gonna go on the Ferris wheel. A spinning circle that looked like it was over 1,000 feet in the air. Teasy, absolutely. Not. Absolutely not. I'm not getting up there, bro. Big Mouth Boat. What's wrong?
You scared of heights?
No, I don't really partake in them at all. Molly. So I guess we ain't gonna be able to get on it? Teasy. Nah, mommy will never deprive beautiful ladies of a good time. Would you? Heart beating out my chest, I can barely breathe. We end up on this Ferris wheel all the way in the sky. Molly, oh my God, the view of the city is so beautiful. Teasy, but not as beautiful as you, Bookie Bud.
Not Bookie
You was
Bud.
a sight to see. It was just better from the ground, though.
Not
Big
Bookie
Mouth
Bud.
Boat. You okay, Bartholomew? Still and stiff, I turn the Big Mouth Boat out. Yeah, I'm cool. Big Mouth Boat, then just lighten up. What Chan say? Ride, just enjoy the ride, just enjoy the ride. Trust you gon' be alright, you gon' be alright. Teasy. Y'all make a good couple. But at 1 second, I was actually looking forward to backdooring him after this. Big Mouth Boat, I think so too. We both dark skinned, like twins. What Glorilla say? Love me a dark skin, tatted up, dreadhead, toxic. Teasy, start acting like a bitch, folks. Look down, enjoy the view. Taking a deep breath, I turned my head slowly and looked down. I couldn't see nothing but a fall that'll hurt.
Ooh.
All I could do is return my head back to a forward, upward position. Big Mouth Boat. It's really not that bad, Bartholomew. Stiff and still.
So we got 19,712 people currently in the chat right now.
Turn my head to
Oh, and them likes is at 285 people. It'd be so disrespectful, Lord.
nice.
So
Ride
disrespectful.
was 12 minutes or so. Felt like 2 hours. I was happy to get
So
on.
disrespectful.
Boots on the ground. We walking down some steps. Big Mouth Boat. I had such a good time. I hate that I gotta work in the morning. Oh yeah, it's definitely important to have a good night's rest before you tend to a full shift. Shit, yeah. You know what? Put my number in your phone.
Ooh.
My phone dead whole time. Shit, that's no problem. I can just put your number in my phone. I just got this number whole time. You know that by heart.
Wow.
Teasing. Nah, that's cool. I'm gonna just send it to Molly, and Molly, you can send it to her.
Ooh.
Molly, nah, for sure. I'm gonna text you when I get home. Teasy, make sure you please do a fix. Right before Molly and Big Mouth Boat pimp off, smiling and giggling to one another. Teasy, thanks. I know the next time I see her, crunch. Congratulations.
Right.
Bound and he, thank you very much. Hey, nah, but don't we got some business to handle? Let's go handle that business real quick though, bro. Stomach drop out. Yeah, let's go do that. We had to tease the car to go make our way. He oblivious. We in traffic.
Thank you for the engagement.
What's the situation we finna get into? I ain't really got too many details. It's just somebody that's got a little situation that'll get us good for real. Oh yeah? My bad, shit ain't work, folks, but I appreciate you for bringing me on, gang. Nah, for sure. Before texting Big Lowdown, hey, I got teasing. Head back where we was just at. On my mama back, and hell no, I'm finna drop pin. Head there, no funny business. On the way. The moment I wasn't looking forward to was close by now. We pull up to the low. Big Lowdown said we could walk right in, come down to the basement. We get down there teasing. Oh, what's good, bro? Big Lowdown, shit, you finna find out. Then up.
Ooh.
Teasing. you talking about? Is you slow?
Ooh.
Going on here.
Ooh.
And also,
Ooh.
Jermaine, you funny as hell.
Jermaine.
Before somebody pop out shotgun, they hilarious.
Ooh.
Big lowdown. Yeah. Let me go and repossess that from him.
Ooh.
He take Teasy gun. Teasy, damn, fool, with just a stud. That's how you come? East side eye. Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with the
This
stud.
ain't got nothing to do with the
But
stud, bruh.
poking Teasy
Right.
with the shotgun. Guns pointed at us.
Uh-oh.
They walked us
Shut
into
down?
this back empty bedroom and direct us to go stand over in the corner. In my head, I'm already knowing Teasy was confused in the month.
Like, what's going
And
on?
blue.
And blue.
A chair turn around.
Look, check them out.
And it's Mark sitting
Check
there
them out.
looking
Yeah,
at us.
yeah.
Teasy.
Oh,
Dang.
yo.
Mark.
Full circle
Teasy,
moment.
right?
Yeah.
Teasy. Who is that? My name Daddy's. Big loaded. Oh, you talking real spicy for a moment that just got disarmed.
Yeah.
Teasy. But nah, how you know my name though? Mark. Your homie right there.
Oh.
Teasy. Oh, yeah. That's what you want.
Oh.
Thanks. They threatened to shoot up my granny crib, bro. Mark, nah, all that. You know you tried to steal from the wrong motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Teasy, you act like we succeeded. You time about
Right.
we failed that GTA mission. Mark, nah, we don't play that shit.
Mm-mm.
Just for trying, we got a problem.
Ooh.
Teasy, well, shit, my homie ain't had nothing to do with it. I'm the one orchestrated the whole situation, so it is what it is. Mark, nah, ain't no
Type
letting
shit.
up on that. He shouldn't have listened to you.
Mm.
It's up with him, too.
Mm.
Big lowdown. Oh, yeah, I'm finna enjoy popping both
It's
of
gonna
them.
be an interesting plot twist coming up. Watch this.
That was some good work y'all put in.
Uh-oh.
Trying to jack my truck.
Yeah, look.
I got an ultimatum for y'all.
Uh-oh. Plot twist.
Either let us shoot both of y'all in y'all legs,
Ooh.
or you gonna work for us.
Damn.
Either be immobilized or employed. Big lowdown. Hey, can I get my bread though?
Exactly.
Mark reached into his jacket pocket.
Give me that 25
bank
bands.
pouch.
Bitch.
Big lowdown, catch it.
Chase.
Before
Chase.
and looking inside.
25.
Got big
25 band.
looking like he
Child, I can pay off them credit cards, Lord. I can get everybody balance down to 0
crack.
with that 25.
Big rat.
Bam.
All honey.
Bam.
Ugly as hell, the man started singing. He never would have met.
Not Marvin. Look at Marvin. Look, and then he, look, how much is Lowdown gonna give him? I mean, Uncle Hank gonna give him. He the one that is Lowdown.
I thought I lost it all.
But now, look, okay, Chase. Chase.
Appreciate you, King.
Of
Big
course.
Lowdown. Oh, no, we locked in for life, big bro. As a matter of
It was
fact,
only
I'm
25.
gonna pop both of these for free. Mark. So, what's it gonna be?
Right.
I need y'all help.
Of course.
We done been put in one hell of a predicament.
Right.
That we gonna have to choose
Look
our
at
way.
TZ
But he want
face.
us to either work for him
Look at TZ face.
or take gunshots in both our legs.
I don't really get him from. I feel like I was in a wheelchair in my past life anyway. Shit. Hey.
Tell me his past life.
y'all think
You mean the past episode, the past season.
And let us know.
And on the next episode of Black 120 Part 10,
We gonna see what the next movie is.
look at TZ.
I'm waiting on y'all.
Look at TZ.
Let me know.
Oh no. That music off. Don't start that. Who gonna choose to get shot in their leg? Sir, please. Who's gonna choose to get shot in their leg voluntarily? Okay, listen. I got you to Wednesday. No, Tuesday. I got you to Tuesday. My bad. Happy Tuesday. Remember, I usually take Mondays off, but you know, I figured we should push through. Ooh, 10,651 people in the chat, and we still got. Anyway, I'm finna get ready to get on up out of here now. I appreciate everybody who stopped through, said hello. Everybody who hit the like, hit the engagement, hit me up in the chat. I appreciate it so very much. I had told, I think it's Ghostly Tay. Tay, I had a confession to make. Because I believe they had asked me if I was, oh, you married, you got kids? And I was like, yeah. Only to half of it. Because I got kids. But the whole married thing, ugh. Let me get to 50. And I might. You know, like, if not, you know, if it don't, like Teasy said, if it don't happen in this lifetime, yeah, hey, it just wasn't meant to be for me. And I'm totally okay with that. Trust me, I promise you I'll be okay. Like, I don't think that, you know, life is going to end just because it didn't happen. I'm like, maybe it'll happen in the next lifetime. You never know. But currently at this moment, no. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.